Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. This is the week before Memorial Day weekend, so like lots of plans coming up. Super exciting. Also, the first day of summer, so Kaylee's home, so that is fantastic. We've already gotten our little kiddie pool up, and we've already been enjoying that, and it's been fun so far. So today, I kind of wanted to just talk about habits and something that I have learned that hopefully you can find beneficial too. So we've heard about habits our whole life and we think about it and honestly they're just kind of things that we do, right? Um, a lot of times we don't even pay attention to them. We don't even realize what they are or why we do it. It just is a habit. So, something that I've learned recently in my business adventures is that habits have the ability to make a huge impact. So, what I mean by that is something little that we do every single day adds up, whether it's good or whether it's bad, whether it's leading us to where we want to be or whether it's leading us further down the road of who we don't want to be. Those little habits add up. An example of a good habit, let's say you want to work on your health and wellness. So you start walking 15 minutes a day, nothing huge. This is small. You can do it on your lunch break. You can do it after dinner really quick. You can do it after breakfast. Wherever you fit in your 15 minutes, you're going to take your 15 minutes where you were doing something else and you're going to replace it with walking. Okay, so tiny, little bitty thing that you changed. You do it every single day. That 15 minutes after 5 days, whole week, you've added 75 minutes of exercise into your lifestyle. Fast forward to a month, you've added 300 minutes to your lifestyle. You have burned 15 calories extra a day. That's 75 a week. That's 300 in a month. That's 3,600 calories in a year. That may not seem like a lot to you, but that baby step is going to grow every single day and it's going to take you to a place of where you didn't know where you were going to a place of you're going somewhere, you're actually doing it, and that itself is going to help feed the fire. So I want to emphasize a small goal because if I were to say, hey, I want to get fit, so I'm going to go run 10 miles every day, every single day, you're not going to go run 10 miles every day. So it's important for these little habits and these little goals, we set them small so they're obtainable. Another thing that you get from adding that 15-minute walk, you get a better mood, you have more energy, and you take pride in yourself. You start noticing changes, and you can say, hey, I did that. Okay, now let's flip the switch and let's talk about bad habits. Let's say that you started drinking a Dr. Pepper every day at dinner. You were tired at the end of the day and you felt like that was like your out, that was your vice, and you tell yourself that you're going to drink that Dr. Pepper just because it helps you calm down, right? Like it's just your one bad habit, right? Okay, well, if you write down your habits, like I've learned to do recently, probably not your only bad habit, but let's just say this is how this little habit started. So you drink that Dr. Pepper. That Dr. Pepper is 150 calories. You drink that Dr. Pepper all week. That's 750 calories that you added to your diet. That's 3,000 a month, you guys. Okay, now you're going to feel sluggish. You're probably going to feel tired. You're going to be cranky because that's what synthetic caffeine does, right? And the sugar. And you're not going to feel like going on a walk. You're not going to feel like doing things that are better for you um, because of a one tiny little habit that kind of snowballed and got out of control. And also, I want to swing back to the health and wellness side of it. You sit there and you, even if you are walking that 15 minutes a day, you just sabotaged it because like I said, 15 minutes walk is usually about 15 calories burned. Your 5 minutes to drink your 150 calorie Dr. Pepper, was it worth it? So once again, that's your example of a good habit and a bad habit, and I hope you see how they grow and how they do shape our future, whether we mean to or not. Okay, So I chose those two for a reason. I chose those two examples of each habit to show you it's not super easy um, to necessarily get in shape, tackle those habits, losing weight, those kind of things. It's not easy when you feel sluggish. So you can decide what habits you choose and which habits you don't choose, and you can change them when you're aware of them. Okay, let me get out of that. So now that we've talked about that, I wanted to talk about two. So, like, what is a good small thing that you can add to your day, and what is a bad small thing that you can stop doing? This is kind of a switch one thing for another thing. So, it's like going to the grocery store, and instead of getting that box of cookies, you grab that box of apple. Now, you guys, I am kind of leaning really towards health and wellness because that is what I do, but you can apply this to anything in life. You can apply it to your finances, for instance, too. Let's say you're going to spend $5 on or $30 on getting your nails done, or you're going to spend 98 cents getting your nails done. Either way, you're going to do it, let's say, with your daughter. Okay, so if you spend $30 at a nail salon with your daughter, if she's like my daughter, she's 10, that nail polish is going to chip in a day. And two, you probably wouldn't even get to sit next to her because I don't know about y'all's towns, but in my town, nail salons are packed. So I'm losing the opportunity to actually spend time with her, and I'm losing 30 bucks when I could go to Walmart, buy 98 cents nail polish. It's still going to chip off the next day, but hey, I saved $29. So you can really apply this habit lesson to anything. And that being said, I'm going to go back to my health and wellness habits because that's what I know. So a good small thing that you can do, and this is the key word here, is small. Small. And the reason why you want to stay small is because if it's really big, we're probably not going to do it. Big habits, they often lead to quitting. I know me personally, I've jumped on the whole thing at the beginning of the year where I'm going to get in shape this year. This is going to be my year. By June, I'm going to be so ripped when I go to the beach. I'm going to be in my bikini and I'm going to feel great. And that's a good goal, but I didn't break it down. Instead of breaking it down and doing my 20 minutes a day or my 5 push-ups a day or those small things that add up, I say, oh man, I'm going to go really, really hard and I'm going to run 5 miles every day. Yeah, maybe for a week. And then I fall off the wagon. Another example is like starting up a new business. A lot of people, and that's why a lot of small businesses have a bad name. Because a lot of people are like, man, I'm going to take this, I'm going to hit the ground running, I'm going to go so fast, you're not even going to see me, I'm going to be a millionaire in 2 days. No, no, you don't. That's not how that happens. It's small things that add up. I hope you guys are getting where I'm going with that. How you're like how these huge ideas, they're good, but they're not attainable usually if we don't break them down and make them into small pieces. So let's take that first one and let's go back. Let's say you want to, you really, really, really want to work hard to get your body into a more physical, appealing place. And I'm not saying this to be, you guys, you guys get what I'm saying. When you go to the beach, you want to look good. So let's just say you started in January and you started doing 5 push-ups a day because that's all you could do, and that's fine. But it's super easy. You get up, you go do your morning routine, you stop for 5 seconds, and you do 5 push-ups every single day. The next week you're feeling pretty good. You're like, man, I could do 10 today. Okay, so then you do 10. Well, the next day, guess what? You're probably gonna do 10 again because you did 10 the day before. After that builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up, guys, you'll eventually get to where you're doing 30, 40, 50. I have a friend that does 100 a day, but nobody started out that way. They started the small way. So we have to realize how those tiny little things that we do, even if they seem super insignificant, they do add up and they have the power to change our whole future. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys felt where I was going with that. I hope that you're able to look at your habits, and I would highly encourage you to sit down and write whatever you're struggling with. Let's say it's finances, let's say it's food, let's say it's working out. Write it down and be aware of it. That is the first step, is becoming aware of it. So let's go to finances. Track every single penny. Put a notebook in your pocket. I read this in a book and it was excellent, excellent advice. Put a notebook in your pocket. Every time you spend a penny, you have to write it in a notebook. You'll go to the grocery store and you'll get the things that you already wrote down because they were on your list, and then you'll see that that Snickers at the checkout aisle. But you don't want to pull out your notebook, right? That's embarrassing. He pulls out a notebook and starts scribbling in the checkout line. You're aware of it now. You're aware, so you can stop the habit, and that's $1.49, $1.50. I don't know how much candy bars are these days, but that's money that you saved. So I know a lot of people all the time. I hear it all the time. I don't have any money. I don't have any money. I don't have the money. You do. You're just not aware of where you're putting it. Same thing for food. Same thing for diet. Same thing for exercise. Just about any area that you're struggling with in your life, if you take the time to really break it down and you take the time to identify the habits, then you have the power. You have the power once you know what you're doing wrong. Then you replace it. Okay, that $1.59 that you're gonna spend, or 49 or whatever, on that candy bar, let's put it in our savings account. Now, every time we go to the grocery store and we do something like that, it adds up. It may be little, but you save $1 every day of the year. That's $365. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's more than the $0 that a lot of people tell you that they have. So I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel like I've gotten my point across. If y'all have any questions or any advice or any tips or any anything extra to add into this, please feel free to put it in the comments. I appreciate you guys for hopping on, and I really hope that you learned something. Happy Monday!